What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another video. As always, my name is Ethan. I go by the Conscious Dad, and in these videos on this channel we talk everything about parenting, conscious parenting, how to become a better parent, learn different awarenesses, learn different tools, learn different tips. And in today's video we're talking specifically stop blaming your kids for making you feel a certain way. Whew. Now this is something that I've experienced a lot. And this is something that I see parents do a lot. And this is something that's shown in the movies, shown in the shows, shown just, it's everywhere. It's all over everywhere. And
oh, that wasn't a bit nice. You have made me very angry. Very angry indeed.
I think that this causes so much pain for our children, which then they grow up in adults and become us, you know? So the children, we were once kids, we were once children, we were once the little people that we are now raising. And I want to do a better job at raising my son than my parents did for me. It's not that I have anything against them. I love them, I appreciate them, I love who they are. I just want to take what they did and learn from what they did and then do this a little bit better. Often I hear parents and I hear mothers, I hear fathers say like, well, you did this and I just felt so angry, so I just belittled you. Well, you make me so frustrated, so I'm just gonna yell at you and call you little and shame you for being this way. Or you threw everything, you threw a tantrum and I just can't believe that you did that, and you made me so upset and I just slapped you. Whenever we blame our children for making us feel a certain way, who has our power? Whew. I love asking that question because in those situations, our children do. I get caught in this one so much myself. And I recently just caught myself, like, this past month with Lincoln, I started off really good, then I went really down, and I was catching myself in the story that I told myself that Lincoln makes me feel ungrounded. And I was caught up in the story of telling myself that. Of like, when I have Lincoln, I then begin to feel ungrounded. And it's like, wait a minute, I'm blaming Lincoln for making me feel ungrounded. I like caught myself, I was like, holy smokes, I'm giving him all the power in this situation. And that's what happens when we blame our children for our feelings. Instead of looking at our feelings and taking responsibility that these feelings are ours, that we're playing a choice in feeling this way. You hitting your kid out of anger, you yelling at them, you shaming them, you getting frustrated with them and telling them off, or whatever the case is, or swearing at them, that's not their fault. It's not even your fault for doing that. It just is what it is. But they're your emotions. They're your feelings. They're your sensations. It's your experience. You get to decide how you react. I can't control my son. My son could be the most wildest little boy he can be on the planet. That doesn't have to mean that I have to be ungrounded because of him. That is me giving my power to him, being like, hey Lincoln, you're wild. I'm gonna say that I'm ungrounded because you're wild. I'm gonna blame your wildness for me being ungrounded. Well, it's like, where's the responsibility in that? Because those are my feelings. And that's what I want to begin this conversation of. Let's say you take a car, right? The car, you just douse it in gasoline. You're just dousing it in gasoline and it's just soaked. Any sort of match, any sort of flame, any sort of trigger on the outside is going to light that car up. Well, your kids are just lighter for the gas in the car and all the gasoline that's on the car for already what's there. So it's not their fault for triggering you. It's your responsibility for getting triggered and dealing with that trigger and coping with that trigger and handling it in a way that does not project shame. So what I get to look at, which is what I'm learning and what I'm going through now, is look at, okay, well, how do I let myself become ungrounded? And how can I remain more grounded when I have Lincoln? And how can I choose to act and choose to be in that situation differently? That's all that this is. It's just an awareness. It's just an awareness of like, okay, oh wait, wow, so I can't blame my children for making me feel a certain way, okay? Then that becomes my responsibility, okay? It's now my responsibility and my feelings are my responsibility, so what can I do with this? Well, I'm angry, what can I do? Well, you can express anger through primal screams, rages, like anything that is done in a healthy way. And you can also look at, what are you trying to control? Because usually anger results in us trying to control our children to be a certain way. Also, we're kept up and we're keeping up an identity. Let's say that our child, my child, is throwing a tantrum in the grocery store. He's like, blah, 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 and I'm like, oh my gosh, you better straighten up, boy, you better straighten up. And like just getting real angry. I don't know if I'd ever smack him like that, but I'm just getting really angry at him. Well, he is challenging my current identity of looking a certain way as a parent. I want to, like, in the grocery store, I want to make sure that I look good. I want to make sure that when I'm there, there's no tantrums, there's no fusses, there's no nothing, so that other people don't look at me, other people don't judge me, other people don't see me as a bad parent. Other people are like, oh, what the hell's that guy doing with his kids? He doesn't know how to parent. Which are all just projections of my insecurities. But I'm trying to keep up and hold that identity. So when my child throws a tantrum, he is challenging that identity like nobody's business. And so I rise in anger and I try to dominate with him with my power. That's all that is. It's just a letting go, a surrendering of what's actually occurring in this moment. So if Lincoln is making me feel ungrounded, I get to look at, okay, wait a minute. Whoa. So I'm feeling ungrounded. What part of me is trying to keep a certain identity? What part of me is trying to look a certain way? What part of me wants Lincoln to be a certain way? What part of me is trying to have control over this situation? What part of me wants to control him? And I get to let go of it all. And then I get to decide how I want to react, respond, now that I'm aware of this. So that's all that this is. It's a reframe. Because once we're aware that I'm in the grocery store with my son, he's losing his shit, I'm getting angry, but then I have the awareness, hey, I'm in control of my anger. I don't have to project this onto him. It's like, wait a minute, what am I trying to hold on to? Oh, I'm trying to hold on to this idea that my child should never throw a tantrum in the grocery store so that I can look like the perfect parent. Okay, well, if I just let go of looking like the perfect parent because the idea of the perfect parent is flawed in its own, it's not true. Your child is your child. If he throws a tantrum in a grocery store, he throws a tantrum in a grocery store. Like, I throw tantrums in the grocery store sometimes, so that's totally logical. It's like, let go of that, okay. Well, why is my child throwing a tantrum in the grocery store? Interesting. What does he need? What does he need from me? What is he calling for through me? What does he want from me that I can give him to help soothe him? That's how I want to parent. I want to look for always what he needs, not shaming him for being a certain way. And that's the work that I want to do. So let me know if this resonated or if anything landed for you in the comments down below. Remember to subscribe to the channel, smash the like button. I am grateful today for this beautiful sunshine, man. Like, it is shining so bright in my life, yo. It just feels so good on my skin. So peace, blessings, much love. Till the next video, love y'all. Boof. And it's just like, what do I do with these videos, you know? Do I post them? I have so much I want to share.